Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel. The title of your reading is Less Looking, More Wandering. And before I get too far into that, let's see how many skips to get to your playlist. Side note, if you resonated with the last reading I did for you guys, please go back and like the video. I would really appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Don't forget to like, share, comment if you feel compelled. Let me know if it resonates with you. But all of that engagement is super helpful to make sure that this video or any of the videos that I have get to more people who might benefit from them. So if you found value in them, whether it's, from the start to finish or even just a little bit of, gold somewhere within that start to finish video, hopefully somebody else will too. So thank you so much if you already have. I appreciate it. But sometimes the reminder helps. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you. So let's see how many skips. 4. If you want proof. So the song People Say by Portugal the Man. Now I like this. So the title of your reading is Less Looking, More Wandering. And before I start, I feel really rushed. I'm not going to say I feel frantic, but I feel just like kind of jittery. And so less looking, more wandering. The messages I got for you are, first off, take the long way home, and to remember that nothing is coincidence along that way. But then I heard, so it's funny, people say that you find love when you stop looking, right? That's what everyone says. You don't go looking for love. Love finds you when you least expect it, when you stop looking for it. And I don't think that's an entirely true statement. And it's for a couple reasons. So one is, it's not that it's when you stop looking, but it's when you stop focusing on going outward, stop looking for somebody else, and kind of turn that love in on yourself. Because I feel that the first and most important ingredient to any successful relationship, partnership, anything, is 2 whole, happy, healthy people. And I'll say this a lot. And so you find love when you stop living to please other people, when you stop putting your happiness in the hands of other people. And that's really important because a lot of people are people pleasers. A lot of us, we just want to be liked, we want to be loved. So we'll compromise a lot of our own, all the things that are important to us to make that happen, to facilitate that connection. But it's a false connection. It's not true. It's not genuine. So what I've learned, and I feel like a lot of people have heard it at this point, is that if you are always searching for your happiness and you don't believe that your happiness will come until you find that other person, that means that your love, your happiness can always be taken away from you, because it can always, as soon as that person's no longer there, you're no longer happy, supposedly. So it's most important to recognize and realize that by focusing on self-love and going within and all of the things that you're supposed to do to build a healthy, happy, whole you, by doing that, your happiness is no longer dependent on a relationship. You are whole, happy on your own. And it's by doing whatever it is that you want to do, by going to places that you want to go to, and by understanding and learning what's important to you, what keeps you stable, what keeps you grounded, where your interests lie, and they're not dependent on anybody else. Now, any relationship that you're in should ultimately build on that. It's like if you don't have to have the same interests, but once you enter a relationship, you shouldn't lose all of your interest either. And it's okay if the person isn't crazy about them. If they're not, entirely aligned with everything that you want to do, just like you don't have to be entirely aligned with everything they want to do. So the song Carnival by Natalie Merchant is on right now, which means I'm going to use my Carnival deck. That's just a sign for me. But I feel like you are somebody who goes out of your way for the people that fit your vision or version of love. And obviously, whatever that vision or version is, whatever your type is, it hasn't worked. Something hasn't worked. And that's okay. And this reading might not be for everybody. If you have your type and you're set in your ways and you're in a happy, healthy relationship and you're good to go, great. I'm really happy for you. But for anybody who isn't in that situation, this is for you. And obviously whatever you're doing needs to be tweaked a little bit. And I'm going to reel it all the way back to you. So I encourage you to wander a little bit more. And I keep picturing this like meandering stream. And meandering streams, like the way that the water flows, and remember water is all about emotions, the way that the water flows, eventually the water current gets so strong, and eventually that it eventually erodes away the land, they become kind of oxbows, right? So if you remember all the way back in, ninth grade earth history or earth science, whatever it was, as the stream meanders, eventually you kind of find these little loops and these little pockets and these little circles where the water kind of almost gets cut off in a way. It's not saying it's its own island. No man is its island. I don't know why. I just felt compelled to say that. Maybe that's like a keyword for somebody. But I don't want you to keep going all the way so far out of your way that you end up getting stuck in somebody else's cycle. So while you're wandering, keep it flowing. Have preference. That's what it is. Okay, I get it now. Have preference, because if you keep finding yourself, and you meet someone in this bend and you think that it could work, they're kind of like your type or whatever, it's really easy for you to get into this cycle that isn't for you anymore. And only you can say, no, I want to move on. I want to keep wandering. I'm going to keep wandering. Don't let yourself get stuck in these little Oxbow Lakes, these little kind of pockets of water that aren't for you. It's okay to honor your preferences, and it's okay to keep it moving. As long as whatever you're moving toward honors you. All of this comes back to honoring you and your preferences. And that's the most important thing, your preferences. It's not necessarily that you don't, you might not like it. It may be okay. It might suffice. But those are all ingredients to settling. So I want you to ask yourself, it's not a matter of do you like it or can you stand it? The question is, do you prefer it? Do you prefer? What do you prefer? Because you can have two options that are both good. But if you prefer something different, don't just settle for either of those things. Keep wandering. And the further you wander, the more places you're going to find. Like, be okay leaving some things behind. Be okay knowing that if you like it, you can probably come back to it. If it's meant to be, you'll be able to go back to it. And I feel compelled to say that even the right person at the wrong time is still the wrong person. So if on your, streamy path, you find something dreamy but you prefer to keep searching, and so you go on and you keep going further, and then you try to go back to it, and it doesn't, welcome you back, that's okay. It's not meant to be. Keep it moving. It's probably a different kind of life lesson, but I don't know if any of this makes sense. I hope it does. I'll listen to this later, and if I post it, then yeah, I think maybe it made sense. But again, I'm going for that one-shot authenticity. Maybe that's another important thing. Be yourself. Don't compromise because you think that's what people want. Honor yourself. Honor your preferences. What is it? The people that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind. That's completely that should be your mantra right now. So, less looking, more wandering. I love wandering. You never know what you're going to find. Take the long way home. If you're someone who's very routine oriented, and if you're a Virgo, there's a good chance you are, go out of Page of Wands. Go out of your normal routine whenever you can. If you know there's 7 different ways to go home, and you only go home one way every day, take a different one every day of the week, because you never know what you're going to run into. And when I say you never know what you're going to run into, this is when I'm going to encourage people to look around, open their eyes and look around, because nothing is coincidence. The signs that you see, the bumper cars or the bumper stickers that you see, the license plates, the vanity plates, all of those things matter. All of those are going to give you little cues in your mind. They're going to plant seeds in your mind that are going to help add up to what choices you should water, I feel. So the Page of Wands. This is all about having a new idea, a new venture, but in this particular deck, the Circus deck, it's about somebody feeling like they have this temporary sense of control, a temporary sense of leadership. And the page is, generally immature. It's generally potential. So pages are potential, knights are opportunities, queens are sufficiency, and kings are mastery. So that's kind of how the court cards work. So this is potential. You have the potential to go any way that you want. And right now the song Uh-huh by Jade Bird is playing. So that fell out, I gotta keep it out. I don't know why I've been putting cards back in, which is interesting. So you don't know what you're gonna find on any of your wandering excursions, but I encourage you to take advantage of as many and as often as you can. Any way that you can break your routine is, I think, important right now. And not so much that it really skews everything you do, but enough, so the Queen of Coins, ooh, throwing things. I told you, I feel jittery. Listen to this song, sorry. The Queen of Pentacles is very calculated. She's good with business. So I don't want you to scrap your routine so much that you start to lose everything. You start to, metaphorically, things start to drop. Don't skew so far from your routine that you drop the important things in your life. What I'm saying is follow your intuition. Follow the nudges. This is the Popus. This is literally the tarot reader of the Cardinal. So maybe you need to look up cardinals and elephants, by the way, while we're at it. She's the tarot reader of the circus. She's the fortune teller. Like, hi. Maybe I'll start wearing what she wears for your readings. Follow your intuition. So if you are, at a light and you get the urge to turn left instead of going right like you normally do it. If you get the nudge to, go to the gas station that's further away, if you have enough gas, do it. It's these little things, and they're minor, but they matter. And it's not necessarily all the time that you need to see something. Sometimes somebody needs to see you. And that's important. That's really important, because it's all give and take in the universe. By following your intuition, you are going to see something grow. The Empress is all about fertility, and yes, it's the fat lady in this deck. Again, the major arcana are all kind of the main attractions of the circus. But she is sitting pretty. She is sitting happy. She knows that there is something growing. Remember, I said planting seeds. She is all about fertility and growth. And there's actually, I wish it would focus, but there's rabbits all in this card. There's flowers growing all around her. I'm dropping things again. This is interesting. I'm really jittery for your reading. And the song that's on right now is I Believe in Miracles. Believe that whatever nudges you're getting are meant to be followed, because they're going to lead you to good things. Take control of the direction that you're going. Break this routine, break this calculated, structured, orderly, meticulous routine. Follow your intuition. More wandering. And believe in miracles. The Queen of Swords on the bottom, this is the bearded lady. And the Queen of Swords is, she's intelligent, she's sharp, she's quick. But this bearded lady is kind of, she's a mystery. Because if you think about it, the bearded lady in the circus is kind of like, people are trying to figure out exactly what they are. And so I feel like you have something, you maybe have figured out exactly what you think you are, but by wandering and breaking your routine, you're going to find out something new about yourself that is going to surprise you. And I mean, I'm not saying that it's like you have a beard or anything. It's just, it's going to, I want to say, help you explore another layer or facet of yourself in a good way. Because maybe you are very particular, you're very regimented, you're very routine. And maybe that's the thing that you've always kind of relied on that isn't working anymore. So believe in the power of change. Take control. Believe in the power of change. I think it'll be good for you. And follow your intuition. If you get a nudge to do something, do it. Trust it. I promise you, you won't regret it. So I think that's all I got for you. I hope this helps. I'm sorry I was so jittery and scattered and whatever it is, but nothing is coincidence. So that's all I got, Virgo.